Our adventure kicks off in Almerimar, in the sunny south of Spain. We were finally catching up with Peter from Pinot Seed after quite a long time. The last time we crossed paths was at the end of the Rhône in southern France back in early 2023, so it was fantastic to see him again and reconnect. We decided to set sail for Melilla, which is about 90 miles from Almerimar. No continent awaited us and we were excited to have Peter join the journey. The sailing conditions were absolutely perfect. Seeing Peter with that big smile on his face was a relief. He had been stuck in Almerimar for ages because of some engine troubles. As the sun rose, Finn jumped on deck. He's usually not allowed up there when we're moving, but he couldn't resist. We spotted land on the horizon and made a quick detour to rescue a floating inflatable giraffe. Welcome to Africa. When we get closer to shore, we put out the fenders and called the marina on the VHF to let them know we were arriving. Melilla is a Spanish city and is simply beautiful, filled with stunning Art Deco architecture, lovely beaches and some of the friendliest people you could meet. We were really surprised by how few tourists were around. Sometimes it felt like we were the only ones there. It was so peaceful. We wandered through a few museums, admired exotic plants, checked out the architecture, and even took a refreshing swim. Now, Melilla sits right on the north coast of Africa, bordering Morocco, and it often finds itself in the news due to migration issues. You hear about migrants trying to scale the high fences to enter the European Union. We decided to cross the border on foot from Melilla into Morocco. The whole process was pretty smooth, no long waits or complicated procedures. Suddenly we were in a completely different country. After a quick look around Beni Ansar, we hopped in a taxi to the larger city of Nador. We kicked off our day with a traditional Moroccan breakfast. Once we were fueled up, we dove into our exploration. Nador was bustling with life, street vendors everywhere, and the streets were alive with a beautiful chaos. It was busy, but in the best way. At one point we flagged down another taxi with a less than clear plan. We just wanted to find a mountain rumored to have monkeys. After a few detours, we finally found them. We have enjoyed our time there, soaking in the moment before asking our driver to take us back to Beni Ansar. The ride back was simply breathtaking. Mist rolled over the winding mountain roads, adding a mysterious touch to the stunning landscape. But once we arrived at the border, we faced a 4-hour wait in the blazing sun to get back into Melilla, not exactly the highlight of the day. After a brief but unforgettable week in Africa, we set sail back to Almerimar. We were immediately greeted by playful bottlenose dolphins. Finn, however, wasn't too thrilled about the waves. Feeling a bit scared, he decided to retreat to his litter box. After a bit of a smelly situation, we gave him a much needed shower. Once he was all freshened up, he cuddled up close and soon dozed off on my lap. As we arrived in Almerimar, Greg lowered the sails and we started preparing the anchor. We soon discovered that our chain was stuck in the anchor locker, which made it a bit tricky to drop the anchor properly. It took us a little time, but we managed to get everything sorted out. We organized a volleyball game, met plenty of new people and had a fantastic evening filled with good conversations and fun. And then it was time to leave Almerimar behind, say goodbye to our new friends and move on to another destination. What was supposed to be a 3-hour trip turns into a 2-day journey. We are even joined by a group of rhesus dolphins. We've never seen them before, but they have unique scars and blunt heads. At night we see lightning in the distance and the rain picks up, the wind increases to over 25 knots, but after about an hour the wind drops again and we have to start the engine. Torrevieja isn't a must-see destination in Spain. I mean, they do have a saltwater lake which was pretty nice, but that's basically it. Isabel from Melilla was also here in the bay and she gave us some wingsurfing lessons, which was actually quite fun to do. After a week, it was time to leave Torrevieja behind. We were really yearning for something wilder, more alive. We were really longing for nature and blue water. So we set sail to Formentera, which is also called the Caribbean of the Mediterranean. Even Google whispered promises of what awaited us: crystal clear waters, endless stretches of white sand, dunes and pine forests swaying in the breeze. It was exactly what we were longing for. When the first light of dawn appeared, I stepped outside and there it was. Ibiza on the horizon with the majestic peak of Esvedra and the soft outline of Formentera. The sea was perfectly still like a mirror. Formentera immediately took our breath away. The wind has disappeared, leaving the water so clear with a shade of blue that I've never seen before. See you next time!